I'm Dylan, and this is my unboxing and first look at the new Aputure Nova P300c. As you can see here, and I've got it in this hard case kit. I'm going to just have a quick look at the case first. So, what you're getting for in this case is you have a handle on top, really solidly built, all the handles, one at the bottom, one at the side, so any way you want to carry it, you can just lift it up like such. And you have this really solid rolling wheels at the bottom, really smooth when you're pulling it. You have a little tag here with the, I think it's a gas releasing thing, in case the pressure is different from outside and inside. Little locks where you can put your locks through. And you have a luggage style handle here. And my only gripe with this is that I'm a right-hander, and if I want to pull, usually I'll just pull it up like this, but I can't because the unlocking button is here, which means I have to go this way, unlock it, pull, and then turn it around before I can pull it off. It's a small thing and the handle is really well built, but you know, it's just a small gripe that I have with it. And now we can get to opening it up. So it's secured together with these 6 latches, and the way it works is there's a little lever below. Lift it up, it lifts to this height. One more time, and it's open, and it opens up like that. Really nice, really solid feeling locks. And it's really easy to close it too. Just press it down, and it locks. Which means if I open all 6, like that, you get it open. And this thing drops out quite a bit too, I realized. And when you want to close it, it's really fast. Once it's closed, and it's closed. So let's have a look inside. What comes with the Nova P300c. Okay, so you see the Nova itself here. We just skip past it first. Let's see what other things it comes with. So first of all, we have the power cable. And you can see it's just your normal AC cable. I stay in Singapore, so I'm provided with this UK cable. And on the other end, you can see this Nutric connector. I don't think it's a power con, but yeah, this is the Nutric connector they have gone with. Next up, we have the controller box. So this connects by this 5-pin XLR at the top to the light. And unlike, you know, the Aputure 300D and 600Ds and all those, this is not a power box. This is simply a controller box. That's why it's so small. Going next, we have the XLR cables. So you can see a long one and a short one. This is for the controller box to connect to the light itself. And if you realize here, there isn't actually the V-mount provided for the Nova. That is sold separately, I'm told. So if you want to control the light from a little bit further, you can actually use the long cable with the controller box. If you want to control it from somewhere nearer, you can use the shorter XLR cable. Or you can use Sidus Link, which is, I believe, Aputure's Bluetooth mesh network. So you can wirelessly control all your Aputure lights. And lastly here, we have this clamp. And let's just see how can I mount it here. So, do I just slide this in? Okay, so this is the first time I'm trying this too. Okay, so put this here and it clicks. That's a really good locking mechanism. Honestly, the build quality of this entire thing from the case in is just, it's really crazy what you get for what you're paying for, compared to, you know, a few years ago where you can't get this kind of high quality film making equipment for these kind of prices. You can see the controller just locks here, and you can lock this to a C-stand or something. I'll show that in just a bit. Behind here, just pull this lever and the controller box comes out. And lastly, the Nova. The Nova itself isn't a very light light. It has a little bit of weight to it. You can see this is the Nova itself. So I'll get it mounted on a C-stand and you can have a better look at it. Inside here, you also get a little product manual. Although I don't think you really need a product manual for this. It seems to be quite self-explanatory. And you have Aputure stickers, very important. Okay, I have a C stand right here. I'm just go this up a little. So I have a C stand right here. You can see. I'm just a little bit higher. Like so. Okay. And I'll mount the Nova. It's not the easiest mounting job ever because it does weigh a little bit, but it's still possible. It's actually not very hard once you get used to it. Then there's this pin here, which I can just move up here for a C stand. Like so. And this is the Nova. There's the yoke handle here. Really solid locking. Beautiful. Okay, and let me just bring you in for a closer look. So this is the Nova. Right here, Aputure. This is the yoke. So let's just do this one-handed. Right? Okay, it's not that unbalanced. Lock it in like so. So this is where the light comes out from. I believe this is for the softbox mount. I'm getting it, but I don't have the softbox yet, so I can't show it to you. And at the side here, you get a little hanging thing, so you can put your controller box. So I have my controller box right there, and you can just hang it there. Really easy. At the back, you have this mount here, which I believe is for the controller box. See, I can even do it one hand, so that's really easy. So controller box mounts behind here, and below here you have your 5-pin controller cable that goes into your controller box. You have, I believe this is your 24 to 48 volts DC input, so you need to buy an external accessory to actually plug in your V-mounts to this light. It doesn't come with the kit. And you have your power, so this is your AC in. Okay, you have really nice, heat sinks across the back here, very nicely vented across the top. So I don't expect this to actually get too hot. Being so much bigger, it's a 300 watt light. You can see over here there is a this Mark 1 Aputure 300D. It's a lot lesser space and it's kind of the same amount of power being drawn through it. So right here, I'm gonna take the short 5-pin XLR. Oh, a little tour of the Nova. Oh, same thing here. It's just a little lever you pull and the controller box comes out. The controller cable comes in the top here. You can see it's a 5-pin XLR. And then below there is a DMX in, DMX out. So it uses the standard 5-pin DMX control too. 5-pin? Yes, 5-pin. So you can use this to control via DMX. Then you just have buttons here along the front and your power button at the side here. And of course the mount for all your mounting needs at the side here. Okay, XLR cable. It's really easy. Red goes to red. So red female, red male, red male to red female. Okay, power cable. I'm just gonna plug in this end. It's new trick. It kind of looks like the power cord. It works like the power cord. It's a locking connector. Really solid. A really solid click right there. Press this and it turns on. Great, you just saw it flick on there in the background. And let me just try to bring you in for a better look. Alright, before that, let's look at the clamp. So if I zoom this out a little and bring you down a little, let's see if we can see how this clamp works. I'm also figuring this out. It's the first time I'm actually hands-on on the P300c. Take this clamp. will it mount? Yes, it actually fits on this part of the C stand. So nice, it just fits like that. Take out a controller box and I can mount it on my C stand easily, like such. That's a really nice mounting. Releasing it, just the lever comes out and in like that. Just a really simple clamp here. So in the menu here, we can see what we can set. Firstly, update. Okay, very first one, what do we have? DMX settings. The profiles, what profile you want, and the DMX address that it's using. Next, the fan mode. You can force the fan, or you can go auto. Like that. Dimming curves, so you're able to choose between exponential, log curves, S curves, or linear curves. The way it dims from bright to dark. If you go back, there's frequency selection. So for this, is actually so the LED actually flickers, and from what I've been told is that the lower you choose, it won't flicker at like, you know, your standard 50 frames per second or 25 frames per second. But if you're shooting high speed slow motion, then you want to put this higher. So if you put to 10, if you put to 10, if I'm not wrong, you can shoot up to like, I think 2000 FPS or something. Yeah, but the only problem with that is that putting the frequency higher actually makes the light draw more power, and apparently on V mount that is it's significant. So if you don't need it, you can leave it at 1 to make it a little bit more power saving. And this is the way I guess the PWM handles the dimming of the light. Next, Bluetooth reset. I'm not going to do that now. Fixture serial number. That you can update your firmware here. The firmware version. The language, you can change it to Chinese. I'm not going to do that. And you can exit. That's the whole manual. And then I guess I could set presets. So say if I do a 10% at 5.6K Kelvin, I can hold this down and I can replace preset 1. Let me say yes. If I move this to say, oh, that's pretty bright. If I move this to 100% and I press 1, it goes back down to 10%. So the preset works really easily. Modes, okay, I can change my green magenta shift here. You can see a little bit of the background. I guess it's blown out like crazy. Oh, so it goes from, yeah, when you turn it fast, it just jumps by like 10. So if you can just, maybe I put it at like, just a little bit so you can see, right? It's magenta. If I move it, it turns a bit greenish, right? Then you can change the color temperature from here. It goes down to a really warm 2K. This is at 10%, if you can't see. I believe you can. Yeah, you can see it's at 10%. And it goes all the way up to 10,000 Kelvin. So I believe this uses the blue LED. I can't really tell. So it goes all the way up to 10,000 Kelvins and all the way down to 2,000 Kelvins, which is kind of orangey already. Which is nice. If you're mixing it with tungsten, you can make something that's even more, you know, warm. So it's a nice option to have. And above 5.6, you can mix it with, you know, like your HMIs and your standard 5.6 lights, and you can make it something even more blue. So I think it's nice that they gave that extended range. And it is an RGB light, so it's not impossible for them to do that. Light mode. So that's your constant color temperature, or CCT mode. Next is your HSI mode, where you can change different colors. And you have your saturation here, so how much color you want. So you can see this is a very blue, and if I lower the saturation, it gives a bit more white, which should increase the color rendition of the light. I think at 100 it's not the best color rendition. I'm not sure if the WW kicks in at this. I think it does. Yeah, I'm not very sure though. Changing the hue here changes the color of the light. See different colors. And intensity, of course, changes the intensity. So really bright and blinding. This is really bright for colors. You can have that like party light look, right? Next, mode effects. And talking about party lights, we have effects. We have, let's see, what's the first one here? We have club lights, paparazzi. Let's go one by one, right? Club lights. So it's just a really, like a random high, like a random changing of lights, like that. And how many colors? I can do like a, wow, that's up to 36 colors. So you can see different colors. Go down to like 3 color, more basic kind of light. Maybe I'll just move you a little bit so you can see a little bit more of the light as I'm talking about it. Kind of see what it looks like a little. Right. Hope you can see the screen here. Yeah. Okay. And it's really cool just to give like, you know, that party effect. I can save this on, for example, preset 4. And I can go, number 1, remember this is my white light, press 4, and it's suddenly just party mode, right? Next, paparazzi. So I guess this is like picture taking. Make it faster a little so you can see like people taking pictures, right? And it's only on constant color temperature. Yes. If I change my color temperature, would that change my flash? Effects, paparazzi. No, it doesn't. So you can't change the color of the flash, I guess. Only the frequency and the intensity. Lightning. So this is supposed to emulate lightning. So I guess it's a lot more random. There's a lot more breaks in the middle. Is it working? I guess you can remote trigger it. Ah, there we go. So if I press it, it triggers it. If I put the frequency to 10, then I guess you gotta wait, right? It's really quite a while though. Okay, moving on. We have, oh, I guess it's when you trigger it. We have TV. Can choose warmer TV. See there, warmer. Increase the speed up. You can see the color kind of changes a little bit. There's a natural TV color. And then you have a cooler. And that's all you choose from here. Candle, so I guess you have a warmer candle. It's supposed to emulate like a fire, kind of candle fire look. Natural candle, yeah, it's just a little bit less warm. And then you have a cooler candle, which is still, you know, probably about 3.2. Change the speed, change the intensity. Fire, so there's a candle mode and there's a fire mode. Same thing, you have natural, warmer, cooler. It's nice to have a little choice, I guess. Natural is the most natural. We have strobe, which, whoa, yeah, might not be the best thing for some people. It's just strobing. Yeah, I guess you can change between source, or you can change the type of source. So you can be like, oh, I want it to look like an antique bulb, and then it strobes at that, I guess. Yeah, I guess it's strobing at the antique bulb's color temperature now. Yeah, so you can just choose what color strobe you want. Yeah, other than that, we have explosion. which is a, so I choose maybe a very warm, powerful explosion, something like that. Press it, and it's a explosion. How long you want the decay to be? It's 10. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So the decay takes longer. The lower the number, it takes longer. Next light mode, we have faulty bulb, which is kind of like a yeah, so it just emulates like, you know, light flickering, spoil, that kind of thing. It's probably good for horror films. Other than that, we have pulsing, which just goes, it's like strobing, but with, you know, a gentler curve instead of just a hard cut. It's not square wave, you know, it's a little bit of a, I guess, sine wave or a triangle wave. Welding, I guess if you want to emulate welding. Cop car, you can choose between red, blue, red and blue. Put this outside a window and it just looks like, you know, there's a cop car outside. There's a blue and white, red, blue and white. It's just red, blue, blue, white. Yeah, we're back to the start. Color chase, basically just cycles through the colors. Party lights, I guess just emulates, you know, being at a party. You can go up to 100% intensity. Just really have that party look. What else we have? Fireworks, so just have, see if you know there are fireworks going off in the background, that kind of look. And that's the end of effects. That was a really long section. Let me just change it back to color, constant color, right? So it doesn't change all the time. Just go back to 5.6, you know, matching my 300D over there. That's HSI, which allows me to change, but I believe I've done this already, sorry. It's RGB. So RGB is the mode which, if I'm not wrong, doesn't have any of the white lights coming on. So this is the one without the best color rendition. And even though this is a full RGB, you can see this kind of magenta purplish, and I don't think it's very accurate in terms of, you know, color reproduction, because the white LEDs are not turned on. Okay, that's XY. So how this works is that if you were to have a spectrometer, you can just actually use it to measure the XY values of, say, another light, say my 300D or 600D, and you can just put the XY values here, and this would actually give you an accurate recreation of that light source, and it's extremely accurate. I saw it in action before and it was impressive. I don't have a spectrometer with me, so I can't do that. Hopefully I can get one to show you guys, you know, how it matches to another light. There's source. Okay, sorry, so my battery died there. So here, the sources, we have tungsten bulb, incandescent, halogen, antique bulb, warm antique bulb, Christmas lights, night light, infrared heat lamp, grow light, CFL soft white, CFL bright white, CFL cool white, CFL daylight, cool white 1, cool white 2, cool white 3, warm white, CFL backlight, HMI, high pressure sodium, low pressure sodium, mercury vapor, metal halide, ceramic, carbon arc, xeon, candle, gas fire, sun direct, sun overcast, sun blue hour, mobile phone, computer monitor, electroluminescence, blowtorch, road flare, amber caution, green traffic light, yellow traffic light, red traffic light, blue glow stick, green glow stick, red glow stick, yellow glow stick, pink, violet, glow sticks, and that's all the sources. And going back, so that's the source mode. Gel mode allows you to go either with 5.6K source, 3.2K source, and then you can change the type of gels that you're using. So for example, here this is a 3407 full CTO. So for example, here's your color correctors, and there's a 204 full CTO. So full CTO on a 5.6K will look something like that. Right, so everything's preset into this light already. And that's the end of all the modes. It was quite a while, and yeah, but there's a lot packed into this Nova P300c. I mean, it's nothing new. There's like, sky panels out there, but this is supposed to, I guess, rival the Skypanel S30 in terms of it's small, but in terms of the power output, if I'm not wrong, this is a 11K. This is a 9K lux at 1 meter, and the S60 is supposed to be, I think, an 11K lux. But I mean, the S60 is like $20,000 US. If I'm not wrong, I don't have a sky panel. But yeah, so it's really I guess it's really exciting that such a technology is brought down to kind of like the indie filmmaker level. And this is the Aputure Nova P300c. It's this has been my unboxing and my, I guess, not really quick, but my first look at the light. And yeah, you can see it from the front, just like that. And just move it here. If I move it down here, give me a little bit of a backlight over there. Or if I go down to a warm light, so you can kind of see the P300c in action, kinda juxtaposed with my 300D just shooting into the ceiling right there. So yeah, that's been my unboxing and first look at the Nova P300c from Aputure, and I hope you enjoyed. Tried to go through as much things as I can about the light, and hopefully with this hands-on you can know a little bit more about the light. Thank you for watching. Bye.